All right, we want to figure out if this, first of all, is a triangle or is not a triangle, and then also, if it is a triangle, is it acute, obtuse, or right? So we're going to use Pythagorean theorem to check this, or Pythagorean inequalities more specifically to check this. So first thing I got to check is, do the two smaller sides, 24 and 30, add to something that's bigger than the largest side? So again, we can estimate the square root here. That square root is going to be somewhere in between 6 and 7, because 6 squared gives me 36 and 7 squared gives me 49, and that number is somewhere in between those two. So the question is, if this was 7, the closest it would be is to 7. 7 times 6 is 54. So this is definitely below 7. So 54 is definitely bigger than 6 root 43. So we do have a triangle. That's the first thing. The second thing is we got to check Pythagorean inequality and see how that works out. So we're going to take our smallest side, add it to our middle side, or our other leg, and we're going to compare that to the hypotenuse squared. So you just have to be careful when you square the hypotenuse. You got to make sure you square this whole thing. And when that happens, we square both the 6 and the root 43. 6 squared is 36. Root 43 squared is just 43. So my right side ends up, use my calculator, right side ends up at 1548. My left side, 24 squared is 576. 30 squared is 900. And sorry, we're going to compare that here. So that gives me, what is that, 1476. And I want to compare that to 1548. So it looks like my c squared in this case is going to be bigger. So in other words, a squared plus b squared is going to be less than c squared. So the way that I think about this is I start with the right triangle. Here's my hypotenuse. And if c squared is going to be bigger, that means we have to lengthen this hypotenuse, which means it forms something that looks like so. And that, my friends, is an obtuse angle. So this triangle is going to be obtuse since a squared plus b squared is less than c squared.